So a lot of people in other states were looking at what we did and were very impressed. We've done a lot of things here in Colorado that are very impressive. At stake, some of you may remember the vote for the new DNC committee members. I was one of the people who ran that campaign. Now we have 3 Bernie supporters as our DNC members for Colorado. That's all 3. 1, 2, 3. We got them all. I'm very hopeful that everybody here and that everyone that you know who has gotten involved with Bernie's campaign and the political revolution movement stays in the Democratic Party. So why do we want to be part of a party that treats us like that? And the reason they treat us that way is because not enough of us are involved enough in that party. So I'm asking you to double down on feeling betrayed, right? It's kind of a heavy lift, and I understand completely anyone who feels differently, but I'm going to drop one of my favorite aphorisms / cliches on you right now, and that is, if you don't have a seat at the table, you're probably on the menu. And I want more of y'all sitting at that table with me because I'm tired of being on a freaking menu. I'm sick of it, and I know that if we get enough people at the table, the menu will not consist of working class jobs. The menu will not consist of the loss of ecological habitat and progress fighting climate change. The menu will not consist of loss of equal rights for women, for LGBT, for anyone who's not a non-white, heterosexual Christian male. The menu will consist of unfair tax cuts and tax breaks for the rich. The menu will consist of proper regulations on Wall Street. The menu will consist of all the injustices that we have allowed to be perpetrated. Those things will be on the menu, and we're going to get rid of them. So let's sit at the table and not be on the menu. Please stay involved. Whatever you do, please stay involved. Stay involved in the Democratic Party. Become a PCP. I'm starting a program in Adams County to make sure that we have PCPs in all the precincts. And I'm working with a really strong Bernie guy and a really strong Clinton guy, and they both believe in this. They want a stronger party, and we're going to do this together. As was mentioned earlier, I'm circulating a petition, going out 2 petitions for initiatives 75 and 78. These are going to help us dramatically reduce the impact and scope of fracking in our state. If we can get these on the ballot, we can vote for these, and we will be able to protect our communities from fracking. It's not a ban, but it is a huge reduction and a major step forward, and we're going to be fought by millions of dollars of oil and gas money. So let's have that fight, right? Let's make them spend that money fighting us, and then let's beat them anyway. We've got a lot to do, but you've got more power, you've got more influence, you've got more say in the Democratic Party. Make it yours. There's no shorter route to power. There is no better lever of power that we can seize control of when I do. So that's my piece. Thank you.
That was Joe Zemek, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Hi everybody, my name is Nita Lynch, and I am one of your 41 national delegates for Bernie Sanders. Just because it's where my heart is, I've met some of the most incredible people on this journey, and actually have been fortunate enough to be able to go to 3 different states with some incredible people. There were 30 of us that went to Iowa and knocked on doors in the county. We were in Aurora, which was the 2nd largest city in Illinois, and it went for Bernie.
Thank you, Nita. Thank you.
And then, so that was incredible. What a great experience it was. And our hosts were friends of mine who were actually Hillary supporters. And they housed 9 of our people in their home. And so that was quite an experience. Didn't charge anything, and they were very generous, very gracious. Hearing Bernie talk and where he stood and how committed he was, and that he was not depressed, he wasn't down, he wasn't giving up. It so inspired all of us to say, whoa, if Bernie is still in this, I mean, not that we would have dropped out, but just changed our entire mood, that we came back resolved that we were going to do whatever it took legally to go the whole way with Bernie. And in addition to staying in the Democratic Party, because I wrote these 6 things, and then I'm handing them out to everybody, have the links on every one of these where we can go and do these things. One is to phone bank for Bernie into DC through June 14th. Even if Hillary is showing ahead in the polls, we need to still show that we have Bernie's back. And you can do the phone banking from home. So I have the link there. If you've never phone banked, you can get trained. You can do it, hours that work with you. Second, to sign up for the brand new Congress. And this is a group, some of these were people who were staff members, and then as Bernie finished in different states, many of those staff members didn't go on to other states because the staff is getting smaller. And so a group of them have formed this group. It's called Brand New Congress. And I was actually on a phone call with them tonight. But those are links there where you can sign up. They are coming to Denver. They're doing a United States tour because their goal is to change Congress and to support candidates that have Bernie's message. And these are really some smart people who know how to organize. So I will have those links on there. They are coming to Colorado, I think it's July 22nd, right before the convention. A third thing we can do that I think really sends a message is to donate and phone bank for Tim Canova. Anybody who doesn't know who Tim Canova is? Somebody tell me, who is he?
He's gonna take us to everyone's show.
Right. So we can help. I mean, we don't live there, but they have phone banks. I went this afternoon and signed up to get on their phone banks. So we can phone bank for him. You can make a donation. I made a $5 donation and I got a thank you back. So that is crucial. That sends a strong, strong message and is a very powerful position for him. Third is to phone bank and donate to candidates that Bernie has endorsed. Somebody already mentioned that. And I have on there the link that is some of the local candidates that Bernie has endorsed. But those, we can make phone calls for them, small donations to them. They're fighting the battle for us. That will help get them in Congress. If we can turn Congress over, we are going to have a powerful position. The fifth thing is the March for Bernie USA, where they are going to 100 cities across the USA, and they will be here July 24th. Some of us will be at the convention. This is an opportunity for this to be happening all over the country. Some people are going to go to Philly in March. That's cool. But these marches will be taking place at the same time all across the country. So they've already applied for permits. These are just grassroots groups. So I've got, again, the link where you sign up. We've got it on I don't have it on, but it's on Facebook. And go meet up. Sign up. We had 1,000 people at the Bernie rally. Was that in the fall, the winter? I can't remember when it was. But if we can have millions of people across the country marching for Bernie at the same time, that keeps a strong message. And then the last thing that I've added here is groups that have permits in Philly. I'm really encouraging anybody who's going to Philly to protest. I think that's wonderful, and do it. I'm really urging that you connect with these. Right now there's 4 groups that have permits, and those groups are going to be peaceful. There's less chance of being in danger, and so I have the links to those groups, and you can sign up with them. One of the groups, which is Occupy, they're actually organizing by state so that people can connect and coordinate rides together and coordinate housing. So there again, as I said, there is this angst, like, well, what do I do now? What do I do with this anger? What do I do with this energy? And we have ways that we can funnel that energy and still keep this momentum going.
Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Feel the burn.
My name is Gabriel MacArthur, and
I'm a delegate to the National Convention, along with Nita and Emily. We'll be hearing from her. I don't expect Bernie Sanders to show up at my doorstep, lay his hand on my shoulder, and say, "Gabriel, here is a full scholarship to any college you like, and by the way, your classes start tomorrow." Of course, we know that he can't single-handedly lift all of us out of our adversity, but we share a vision. All of us. A vision of a future where perhaps we can prevent others from ending up in circumstances like mine. The political revolution isn't about me, and it isn't about Bernie Sanders either. It is about creating a force in this country driven by empathy, integrity, and non-compliance with a system that favors the ruling class.
Yeah.
We, like Bernie, know that the fight for transparent elections is crucial to the survival of our democracy. We know that healthcare as a right is not only doable, but it is being done in more enlightened countries. We know that it is unacceptable to pass a single piece of legislation anywhere in America to infringe upon the rights of our brothers and sisters in the LGBT community. We know that progressive values should not just be fought for in years that end in an even number, but every single day. So we will march forward to the convention, energized and unbreakable, because we are driven not only by our commitment to Bernie Sanders, but our commitment to each other. And after that convention is over, we will embark upon the mission to support the candidates in our community who will help us sign into law the platform of the man who brought us all together, a person I hope to someday call President Bernie Sanders.
Feel the burn. Gabriel McCarthy, everyone. Thank you, Gabriel, for coming to Philadelphia. Bravehearts for Bernie. Are we having fun?
Yes.
Emily Mitchum, everyone.
So I'm Emily Mitchum. I'm a delegate to the convention elected from CD7, which is in Jefferson County. I'm also on the National Credentials Committee. So a lot of times I became a Democrat in order to help Bernie get elected. And I'm going to stay a Democrat in order to help change this country. We know as citizens that there's election fraud happening. I know because I witnessed it in Colorado at the state convention. I personally witnessed it. And we know because our friends and neighbors witnessed it. And everybody here who has a story about election fraud, if you can come and talk to me, if you have a personal narrative about it, I can bring it to the convention where the battle over election fraud is partly going to be fought. One of the things that happened today for me is I got a letter from the campaign. And I don't know if everybody got this letter, but I think that it's important. And so I'm going to read it to you and then I'll be done. He says, "Emily, in just 3 days, we will be competing in the Washington, D.C. primary. This is the last primary of the Democratic nominating process, and we are fighting hard for every last vote until the polls close on Tuesday night. From there, we take our issues to the Democratic Convention in Philadelphia next month. But no matter what happens, the truth is that no president, not Bernie Sanders, not Hillary Clinton, not the greatest president you can possibly imagine, can address the enormous problems facing the working families of our country by him or herself. That is the truth. And that is why we need our grassroots political movement in this country, a political revolution. And that political revolution must work to elect candidates up and down the ballot, including members of Congress, who are willing to stand up to corporate America and Wall Street. That's why I'm endorsing 2 progressives who have done that work throughout their careers." And he goes on to endorse Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur and Congressman Rick Nolan. And then he asks for a contribution. And every time he's done this, he has changed the battlefield for those progressive candidates. He has turned their campaigns around overnight by asking people like you and me to donate even a small amount. So every time you get one of these emails, if you can even donate $3, donate $3. It makes a huge difference. And that's what our general's asking us to do right now. Thanks.